I had good timing to look over. I looked over at OBS for whatever reason, I don't know why, and I just see the orange light next to zero upload, and I'm just like, oh no, it happened again. This is what happened the other day. The biggest problem of this is now that it's split my VOD, so I'm gonna have to label this specific one, depending on how long it takes, part 3.5. Because I don't want to push Thundo past 10 parts, because I'm uploading it to my YouTube channel as well. Also, what's up, Master? How's it going? No, it's not going to crash. I did just drop a small slight bit of frames. How did I gain 10 hot dogs and 40 medals while offline? Easy. I went fast. Like, hello? Next question? Got him good, lads. Easy victory royale. No, yeah, there's certainly definitely not a part 2 of Thundo that was lost to time and will never see the light of day again. Certainly not. That is rude. Away with you. Is it 3 minutes? Is it possible? The world record IL time is 1 minute 17 seconds. Well, it's best to say 1:18 because it's like 1:17:98. It's just barely under 1:18. Yeah, the go through wall works. I'm just starting to become a lot sloppier with my timing with it. It's about, I don't know how specific it is frame-wise, like how big of a window it is. It's at least 2 frames? I don't want to say it's frame perfect. It's most certainly not. But I don't know the leniency of the window. I will say that if you are too early or too late with it, you can just straight go through the floor. Alright, that should be all the night stages done. I'm close to finishing... Excuse me, sorry about that. I'm close to finishing Ćunnan as a whole as well. Because I believe there... Is this a mission? If not, it's a day thing. Yep, there we go. Oh wait, no. I just give this to him, and then it's a day mission. Sorry about that. Oh, he's summoning the spirit bomb. Best not interrupt him. What? Was it a night mission? It must be. I'm gonna do day stages then. Done everything there. How much more? 4 more day stages. Ugh, crikey. 500 rings. Oh, God. These ones especially are rough.
Ready, go!
It's not the collection that's the rough part, it's... Well, I'd say it is the collection, but it's more just keeping that amount of rings for the entirety. So I'm gonna overstock on rings for the most part. Jesus. My phone reflected the OBS display and I just saw something moving out of the corner of my eye and I was about ready to strike down the intensity of 10,000 gods. Because I've been having a bit of a cockroach problem lately. Since it's summer over here in New Zealand, they're coming out of the woodworks. And they don't pay rent. They are heathens, to say the least. How hot is it there? It's not too bad tonight. But it definitely is warmer inside than what it should be. That's not the right temperature. Surely not. Oh wow, it's 17 degrees. And I reckon it's just about bordering 20. With the PC and Xbox here. It is indeed summer, and you know what that means. Mother heckin' strawberries. Oh yes. Do we actually have any on us? Or... Negative 20 is not. As someone who doesn't really deal too much with summer stuff, oh, winter stuff, sorry, like negative degrees. I don't think I agree with that, Depot. Yep, I am from New Zealand. Currently 3:52 AM. What's going on here? Ah! Do I play rugby? I do not. I'm a lover, not a fighter. And that's why they banned me for rugby, because I started just hugging. No, not really though, but still. Mission fail, possibly. It'll be close. I do think I have failed though, because of that hit. Yeah, definitely not enough. That's unfortunate. I'm quite upset because that camera... How many times do you play on the same stage? 9 times minimum, 4 day stages, 6 times for night. But since I just failed that, this has been bumped up to 10. Hot dog missions alone for every location in the world, like continent, takes at least 1 hour minimum. Even for an experienced speedrunner, no matter how fast you do it, it's roughly around that. Oh, there are places like, I'd say Windmill Isle and probably Savannah Citadel that you could do just a bit under, but every other place will minimum be an hour, if not over. That's right, I don't have the chaser physics either, so... for those that don't know what it means, Sonic has two different states of physics to him. What I currently have is the non-chaser glitch movement. So what that means is, if I was to jump in air boost like that, I wouldn't go nearly as far in ball form. The positive to this state is that in speed activation is almost instant. Now if I was to have chaser glitch active, I'd be able to make long distance jumps with boost, but my in speed activation time is delayed for whatever reason. It's a little slipperier. This is one that definitely takes a lot to get used to, that's for sure. Generate, yeah. Stiff is, yeah, I'd agree with that to a bit. I wouldn't say I'd use stiff, but maybe the word linear? I don't know. It's certainly not as expansive in routes compared to Unleashed. Like, you've got Route A and Route B in most gen stages, but this has just a lot more to it, and a lot more openness, I feel. I might be a bit biased, but I always try to be at least somewhat reasonable with what I say. Even if I favour something greatly, I'm not going to go out of my way to put it on a pedestal of lies. For this M-speed trick here, what I have to do is here. I'll show it off quickly in the final section for those that don't know. So right here, if this is me just holding this analog stick straight forward, and that's the speed I get. This is me walking. No, actually, let me do that again. I had it, but not quite. Yeah, this is at walking speed with the analog stick. I lost it there at the end because trying to move it is difficult. But whenever you see Sonic go to insane speed in a 3D section like that, just know that I'm holding the analog stick at walking speed. It's definitely a trick that takes... It's a trick that a lot of people ask for help with, and I'm just like, I can't help you with holding a stick still. I'm sorry. People really think the speedrunners have some sort of secret trick that we're just not telling people. But it's just no, hours and hours of practice. QSS will never be a thing again. QSS is what's associated with how broken drift Stomp is. That's why it works that way, because of slide. Excuse me.
Ready? Go! Ha!
Oh, alright. I'm dead. I thought it was a lot closer to that dash pad than I thought. I'm dropping more frames. This is annoying because I just looked away. Can't say you're familiar with the term QSS. QSS is quick step slide or quick step stomp. It basically consists of holding slide a lot while just sidestepping. And that's how Sonic's able to just get ridiculous sort of speed like this. the stomping here you see me do is me holding the stomp button. By doing that, Sonic transitions into a slide immediately and his speed increases. Now I'd like to also point out you can immediately stop just by tapping the stomp button, but past that, yeah. I feel like I've never been the greatest trying to explain stuff, but I've never gone out of my way to make a tutorial or anything. I just pick up what I know from playing and just kind of put it into words from there. Of course that doesn't mean like everything I say is always going to be like just what everyone should refer to, but I enjoyed seeing the different theories and whatnot, just why some stuff work. Drift is broken to get. Yeah, drifting in the restricted 3D sections is the same as drifting in this section. It'll send you forward. It'll put you a bit higher than max speed, I believe. By the way, dash pad right there. You know, it's too much effort to actually take out the beta item off the stage. We'll just put it underneath a rail. No one will see it. Said the person in that Sonic meeting, and it's just like, yep, give that man a raise, he knows what he's doing. There's some beta items that are incredibly blatant, and it's just like, how do you have the scale of a game, but also have those sort of beta items just still in plain sight like that? For 2D in speed, that's referred to D speed. It's pretty much the exact same, but essentially sticks to just the 2D sections. No, I'm not going to do that. There is a slight window at that point where you can get full 3D properties here instead of making a 2D cam. A 2D environment. But I only need to make sure I just beat the stage. Don't need to do anything crazy. I'd really have to enjoy a game to speedrun because half the time the speedrun is a lot different from a casual play. There's some sort of tricks that you have to know. Not even tricks, but just basic knowledge of the game. Rude. Take for example, one game that I decided to pick up out of nowhere, The Last of Us, just because I enjoyed the game a lot. I won't say I'm a godsend in that game, I'm definitely someone who didn't really care all too much. Like, I wasn't there to, like, make groundbreaking improvements with the game. But I just had to know spawns, where to go and all that. Pretty basic stuff for sort of game like that. Exactly, D-Pro. You do indeed speak the good truth, my good sir. I have ascended. I have the high ground Anakin. Always interesting results when you make contact with robots and it's not in a damaging state. What's up, Azio? Oh, that's what that trick's referred to. I know of the trick. I've only seen a small bit. Because I remember doing a DSS showing it off in something canyon. It was one of the first few stages. Eating cold pizza. Yeah, see, there we go. I knew the pizza was going to come eventually. I was talking about it earlier. The talk of toppings came up on something, and I was like, man, I want pizza, but there's no pizza place open here in the late AM, so all I have to do is just cry. Second stage, yeah. I knew it was early. Because that lava place is the third stage, isn't it? Homemade cold pizza? Or why didn't you just take it out of the freezer right away and just eat it? Alright. For our food places. Okay, I'm not. Guys, I'm about to... Never mind. Apparently Sonic didn't want to wall jump onto that for whatever reason. I was going to show us something cool, but apparently Sonic just did not feel the vibes for it. There's one thing I hate about the stage in particular with these missions. It's not that they're hard, it's just that that stage is long. And if you die, it just becomes draining. Oh. Sonic doesn't like cheaters. I could have taken the extra cheat way, so... I don't know. He's got to pick his fights better, that's for sure. Interesting fact about what I just did now. By hitting that dash pad, I have fully restored my 3D properties in here. Because if I had 3D in the 2D section going... well, just continuing on, I would have had 2D properties on that 3D rail section. This is the only instance in this game where they swap your intended states, like 3D and 2D state. But then again, I'm dead. I'm not dead apparently. Dead on the inside. I was gonna say something about John Droid now, but I can't remember. Dude, don't you dare. Oh really, deep bro? Give me the hot deeds, yo. It got canned? Dang. That's so unfortunate. Even coming over here, like, just to see how New Zealand is and all that. Quite a beautiful country. Because it has a lot of nothing. And it just has a lot of land. Yeah, I feel that, D-Pro. I was talking about GDQ stuff earlier, and one thing I am not looking forward to, if I do end up going to a GDQ, is the horrendously long flight times. A lot of land that is just not absorbed by nature, but just has nature. I don't know. And we'll kill you within a week. Is that a threat or a promise? I'm glad I didn't go into detail. Like, you at least understood the gist of what I meant. And that's good. It saves me a lot of trouble having to use brain cells that I can't afford to use. Why am I still playing? I mean, I want to, but I'm knackered. Well, if I was to jump off, like, I wouldn't go to sleep or anything. I'd just relax, probably just lie in bed, watch some stuff, I don't know. Look at him. He's zooming. Wait. Oh, dang it. If I was able to go up from above. Well, if I was to jump up into that dash pad, I would have been able to restore my property. And is it? Well, I don't really know how many new volcanoes we have, but you are correct. Because I'll never forget, the first instance, like, any sort of issue I had with a volcano was, it was in the North Island. I can't remember which one it was called, but the gist of it was me and a bunch of friends. It was sort of like a youth group, though. Just like a group out of school you'd hang out with, different sort of friends from all sort of over. We were supposed to be skiing on a mountain. I don't remember which one it was. We were supposed to go on a Friday, and I think the mountain erupted, or volcano. That was close to it on Wednesday night. I think we made different plans from there. Like, we definitely had to change plans for one day, but we were still able to go skiing by the end of it. I say skiing because they we were only allowed to ski. We weren't allowed to snowboard. I was disappointed to say the least. This game's making me hungry for a nice hot dog. I don't know about you, but it's making me crave food at least. That's for sure. That is close every time. And every time I don't die, I laugh at death in the face. No, I'm not going to spice it up. I'm just going to do the stage normally. So if you're boosting past that rail booster, the final one, you will go a lot. Sorry, not a lot higher. You will not have control over Sonic as soon as you will be able to if you weren't holding boost. I'm gonna take a small break, just a few minute break, so I can stand up and stretch, get a drink as well, get some fresh air. I'm gonna put this on the main menu so that way it's got that cuts the intro movie playing, so you guys have something to watch in the meantime. Alright, I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And there's possibility. 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 This is my escape. I'm running through this world and I'm not looking back. And I know I can go where no one's ever gone and I'm not looking back. But how will I know when I get there? And how will I know when to leave? We've all gotta start from somewhere, and it's right there for me. The possibilities are never ending. I see it, and now it's all within my reach. Possibility. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And it's possibility. You'll lose your speed, you lose when you fall. But inside me's a power you'll never know. Let it out, it's inside you. Better all stand back, 'cause I'm coming through. I see it, and now it's all within my reach. Possibility. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility.
Yeah, so cockroach was on my knee. And it was trying to crawl up me, so I had to really bite the bullet here and had to use my bare hand to whack it off. You had never seen one before going, alright, I'm already in Canada, it's the only logical, and just, it's the only solution really. So many spoilers in this trailer. Yeah, what can you do? Don't they have bears though? Pretty even trade, honestly. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna wake up to seeing a bear climbing along the roof of my room. I'd hope not. I don't know if that'd be more terrifying or less terrifying. It'd be quite a mix between both, honestly. By the way, thank you guys for hanging out, sticking around. I feel rejuvenated, apart from the threat on the attack on my life that has left me scarred and deformed. I don't know, D-Pro. I've played Red Dead Redemption 2 with the Har Cowboys, and those bears seem hella aggressive on me. This guy's everywhere. You wanna know the funny thing? It's not actually the same guy. They're all brothers. Every one of them has different facial hair. I honestly thought it was just a gag at first, but you get to see a picture with all of them just standing, like 10 of them, like also standing together. I'm just like, what? This wasn't an elaborate ruse the whole time? But more spoilers, by the way, which you didn't get from the intro. The rappers inside it. Cockroaches will do that as well. I dropped more frames while I was away. I cried. Go up, go up! That wasn't up. You did not ascend. You know what that means, Sonic? It means I have to take this alternative way. Wow, that is a son of a biscuit. That was a beautiful setup. It's too bad I'm doo-doo. Full 2D section, 3D properties, jump over here, fall down, cry. Sick. Stop. Huh. Go, just get the trigger. This is the alternative way if you don't get the wall ride, to just skip the whole clock tower. I think at the end though, I probably didn't even save that much time. It was probably around roughly the same if I initially took the clock tower. Whoa, do not do that, Sonic. We can't have you flying over. Yeah. Ring attacks on this. Hot dog mission wise, Rooftop Run would definitely have to be up there. If it's certainly in the top 3 along with Ʃᵒᵐᵗ. Honestly, probably Coal Edge Holoska would be the third. Not for day, but for mainly night, being the longest night stage by far. Taking almost... Yeah, it'd probably take me longer than, Eggman Land. This country right now is Spagonia. As you can see, it is modelled after Ba Sing Se from Avatar, The Last Airbender. The Great Wall is everywhere. It's even flying up there. Yeah, see, so he's got a slight moustache to this guy. This one, I'm pretty sure the one before had a real thick beard. Oh, don't you dare! I saw that OBS. You cease this heresy right now.
Ready? Go!
Trying to do what they call an epic game move. I read about it online. Hey, we did it. OBS, by the way, OBS flashed down to like orange and went down to 0 upload for a hot second. Quite rude. It's been easier if I play this part and try and worry about taking it the safe way. Any suggestion what song to play for? I'd say for one getting into... If you want a good boost game, Generations is a good one to start out with. If you want a good 2D one, like either Mania or Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Non-boost games, Heroes and Riders. Okay, 500 rings. We go from 100 to 500. Whoever made these challenges needs to chill out. Like, that's quite the gap.
Ready? Go!
Yeah, no worries. I'd love to hear how it goes. Now we get to see actually a lot more of the stage since the ring requirement is a lot steeper. Let me see if I can still do this. Bit more this way. I did the thing! Yay! There's a lot of fun skips you can do in this stage. It's because of the scale of it, I should slow down a second and collect a fair bit of wins. Are you watching about that giant skip I did? Rooftop run is great. That sort of thing. Oh, that was close. Don't know why I didn't have as much speed as I thought. EXY? BAX? It really has been that long since I've done the quick time event here, and I forgot what it was. It looked kind of quick. You see, it looks quick, but it's not as fast as Sonic Generations. Like, the facts are right there, right in front of us. What's up, Andy? How are you? Okay, I'm not even gonna try for this, some stuff. The faster I fake, always. You good? That's good to hear. Oh. Yeah, I'm good. I realized as soon as I saw that pillar. My death was imminent. I saw it flash before my eyes because of that pillar, and I knew I needed to adjust right away. Just baffled that there's no invisible walls or anything. Oh, there are invisible walls. You just go higher than expected. There is a kill plane around the trick that I did, but I use sort of the different sets of terrain to know where it is and where it isn't.
Ready, go!
They do a lot better job with the death walls in the DLC stages, that's for sure. There's a bunch more around. Along with just a huge amount of threats. Yeah, so if I was to just attempt that trick without M speed, I would just land in the kill plane. I don't even remember why I found that. I think because how long have I been running, by the way? Come Christmas, I will have been running this game for 7 years. Good God. Oh, I remember it specifically because we got the PS3 for Christmas. I'm pretty sure I was going to get The Last of Us as well, but Sonic Unleashed was one that I bought first. And I played it, and I was like, wow, this game is actually really hard. What the heck? I'm still not very good at it, but I like to think I am. Oh, okay, I'll put it this way. I am kind of okay, but this game is quite rude to everyone, even the high-level players. No one is safe from the wrath of this game. For my first 2 years on this game, I mainly spent my time just playing the day stages, since that was my main interest. After that, I have been grinding this for a solid 2 years. And I was starting to get burned out, but not to the point where I wanted to stop playing the game, so I tried the Werehog. The Werehog was interesting. I knew he had the go through wall trick, and he has another trick, flying, the flying werehog mode, but I can't access it yet because I don't have the combo unlocked. I didn't bother with those for a while, I just learned basic movement of the sort, learned the layouts of the stage, and then just like with Day Sonic, I eventually started to tackle the harder stages with both him and Werehog. And yeah, years pass, and here we are now. There's a flower pot over there, by the way. It has no collision at all. It's just there, rendered in. Don't ask me why. Honestly, wish I knew half the things that went on with Sega in this game. Because to the left there, yeah, there is that speed booster for the rails, even though there's no rail there. So that is what they originally intended for this to be, but I guess just when they got to that point, the scaling was wrong. They just made some slight miscalculations or something. It's interesting to see that they didn't take it out though. Not gonna lie, even the basic, just boosting speed of this game is still quite... what is the word? It's like engrossing. There's something about it, it's just... I get sucked into it. One of the things, Craig O'Leary and old Unleashed Speedrunner pointed out is the blue trail that appears behind Sonic whenever he stomps. Yeah. The stomp and the homing attack, the blue trail. When you see it on 2D stages, it's quite nice. Alright, I've actually done a lot of rooftop run days, so let's swap tonight. Start tackling some of these. There's only 6. The stage isn't too long, but any sort of death can just expand this greatly. As for the... wow, I didn't even do Survival 1. What a rookie. The speedrunning strat in this stage only requires 2 go-through walls. Depending how I want to play the air. I'll play the end safe for the most part. It used to require 4, but after just some studying around, turns out you could skip the trigger here for the first enemies. The reason why that's big is because there was a purple barrier that prevented you from progressing on until you actually beat a certain amount of enemy, or the certain group. And so because of that, just it saves a lot of time. The go-through wall was... I don't know if it's faster, but it certainly was a lot more difficult to just try pull runs together. Alright, cool. And pop this way, and we're in front of the clock tower. So we're about 75% done with the stage already. Have a good scratch behind the head, past the headset. This is one of the harder parts of the stage to just do. Very solid movement that wastes minimal time. The cycles don't really matter too much. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose. Oh, I didn't actually intend to hit the cutscene. So, if you move this to a certain amount, the cutscene will trigger, obviously, and you'll be able to run across this. The interesting thing is that this works as a side platform, but if you set up the hand on the clock, just to where you can walk on it, but don't activate the cutscene. It's a lot quicker, but it doesn't register as a platform you can walk on. It makes me wonder why they didn't initially just make it so you couldn't just be on there to begin with. Wait, I'm combat 27. I don't remember how much it goes to. It's either 30 or 31. Let's do another one of these since they were so quick. I feel like there's still a fair few missions. There's probably an exorcism or two still left here as well. Oh. Try not to go too far forward. There we go. It's not really the worst thing to fight that small group of enemies, it's just... why would you when you can skip it? Warehold? Okay. You were through the wall the first time, but you decided not to. I fell for the bait. I'm disappointed. Beautiful. I wonder if I should look into trying to improve the movement here. Because there was one thing I found, but it didn't really warrant to crazy new, insane record. The current record has been quite a stable one for what the stage has to offer so far. But a lot of stages can be easily improved with any new strats that are found. So if I stop it right here, it just works like that kind of platform. Something you can just walk across. I don't get it. I was trying for the speed strat there, but was not going for it. Did not trust myself at all. Alright. Wow. I jumped? Interesting. Not like that really matters about anything. But, interesting. Wait. Really? I haven't even done that yet. Where are you? It'd be night then? What am I missing in night? I've done that mission. I've done the exorcisms. Well, I don't have an S on this. Well, I missed the medal in that. There's a moon medal somewhere as well. Let's just quickly grab this one. It won't take me more than a few seconds. It's to the right, I believe, in the set of trees. While in the main stage, it's from that, it's in one of the corridors. It's in that one there, I'm pretty sure. They did say it would be quick. Fun fact, I don't actually have to complete that stage for the medal to save. So with this, if I go into any hub and then leave, if I leave this hub now, it'll save, the medal will be collected, I don't have to pay any heed to that mission anymore. I've collected the hub, I'm pretty sure.